Hello, my name is Jennifer Shlomovich, and I am a vegan confidence coach that helps vegans navigate the challenges of living with non-vegans. Today is my first interview on this channel since it has been renamed The Confident Vegan. I am excited to welcome my special guest, Emma Gibbons. Emma has been a swimming teacher for 14 years, specializing in Swimbabies and Swimtots. She's a full-time operations manager for a National Swimschool, a vegan nutritionist, healthy habits mentor, and a wellness ambassador. Emma is also a wife, mom of 3, and has a gorgeous 2-year-old cockapoo. Emma, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
It's so nice to have you here. I'm so glad we connected a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So, when I first want to, ask you, what is your vegan story?
So, my my vegan life started in 2016, if I get this right. Yes. So it was the October. And I was given the opportunity to do a full 30-day vegan plan, nutrition wise. So I kind of went cold turkey, if you like, with, pardon the pun, with everything. So, dairy went out the window, obviously meat, everything, for the full 30 days. And that was because I was having a few health issues. So, like, my back was aching. I'd just had my third baby. So I had a few different problems going on. And I did it for 30 days and I have not looked back. It has just been incredible. And since then, I suppose doors have opened with more opportunities for me in the vegan world. Like you say, I did a diploma course. So I'm a vegan nutritionist. I started to look for not just food changes, but makeup and products, and all these different opportunities were coming to me, really. So, but that's kind of the basis of it, and where it all started.
Thanks for sharing your story. I can relate a lot. First of all, kudos to you for doing it in 30 days
I
because
know.
that I was gradual, like dabbling with it. Like I noticed how food was impacting my body,
Yeah.
and it was a gradual process where first of all it was dairy. Like I noticed how it was impacting my skin and my sinuses. And I think around 2014 is when I would start to not have it, and then I would have it, and
Yeah.
that's when and then I started, finding other looking up dairy free recipes. A lot of vegan recipes came up, and I started looking into veganism more, and I noticed how I would take out certain things including meat and other animal products, and then when I would have it back, that's I really noticed that. So
Yeah, you have a
you
flare up more
yeah,
straight away, don't you? But I
yeah.
would I would also say as well, like, just kind of responding to you mentioning that you did it gradual. I do think you've got to do it your way because everybody's so different. And yes, I might have done 30 days, you did it gradual. I think you've got to do what suits you. And if you eat so much dairy and cheese, then excuse me, you might not necessarily want to stop straight away because it's not for you. So you don't have to do it one way or the other.
And I'm so glad you brought up that beautiful point because that's the whole premise of this channel is to show
Yeah,
people that you can incorporate veganism in your life however it works best for you. Whether
exactly.
it takes
Yeah,
you 30 days or 30 years, whatever
yeah,
it is in between, is you have to do what's right for you. And any of those changes will have an impact on you personally as well as have a positive impact on the planet. So
yeah.
I'm so glad you brought that up because that's a very, very important point. And so you mentioned, you started getting into beauty products and wellness products, and we've talked about when we first met, you shared with me about skincare products.
Mhm.
And so, can you tell me a little bit more about how the skincare products we use today impact us, like when we're not, paying attention to what's in them?
Yeah, definitely. And I think I think you either are interested in this kind of thing, or you know about it, or you could be completely oblivious. And for me, I was oblivious. I did not realize the effect that products have on our skin. And I'm just going to read something out from here. Let me get my glasses.
Yeah, sure.
So basically, well, with anything that you put on your skin, within 27 seconds, that product, those ingredients are going to absorb straight into your bloodstream. And many of these ingredients are synthetic chemicals. So obviously that's going to then, we won't get too deep right now, but that's going to then lead to issues, skin issues, and also your gut issues inside your body as well. So there is a link there from what you put on your skin. Not just about what you eat. It's all, to be aware of what you are putting on your skin as well. And talking about synthetic chemicals, I'm just going to give you a bit of an example. So according to research carried out by the US University of California, an average person takes 2.1 million toxins a day, daily. So that's average. So I'm just going to read quickly these to you. So the average synthetic and potentially harmful chemicals lurking in some commonly used products. Now these are low numbers, but if you think about how many times, for example, you put lipstick on, or how many times you use shampoo, it all adds up. So if you add these numbers up daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, it can be in the thousands. So sun cream, for example, has 9 potentially average synthetic harmful chemicals in. Toothpaste 10, shampoo 15, blusher 16, fake tan, if anybody uses fake tan, 22, body lotion 32, and lipstick 33. So, if you're using your lipstick twice a day, that's 66 average synthetic, potentially harmful chemicals in that lipstick. Add that up, and you're constantly putting toxins onto your body, unless you are aware, and then you can start to make those choices and choose non-toxic brands. So it's the good news is that there are alternatives out there that you can make those swaps. And just like eating, if you choose to become vegan, vegetarian, then you're making those choices of what you eat. So why not look after the outside as well of your body, which then obviously leads to the inside. So there's also an app called Think Dirty, and I think it's like a global app, I'm sure it is, where it scores products accordingly. So it will score, say you scanned a product, I don't know, a loaf of bread or a moisturizer, it will give you the rating 1 to 10 of how high those toxins are. So there's different things out there that you can check all the time.
Wow. This is very eye-opening for me because you hear this all the time. Like, I remember there was a big news story a couple of years ago about, well, here in the US, I don't know about in the UK where you are, but there was a huge story a couple of years ago about how sunscreen has all these added chemicals in it, and people started, being mindful. Like, there's a list of brands of which ones to stay away from, which were more toxic. And so that certain things are not good for you, but you don't really think about it. But the way you just broke it down, like I just, threw on some makeup before we met up on here, and I just use like drugstore over the counter stuff. And now it's making me think differently about, wow, you don't think about you're always hearing about being mindful about what you eat, but we don't realize just how what we're putting on our skin, how it just doesn't go on our skin. It goes through our skin, into our body. So that's really a lot to think about. And I think you made that a little more a tangible concept by breaking it down that way. So
I think it's interesting. Like you say, it's you would never know. And like I say, the low numbers, sun cream has got 9 potential toxin ingredients. Well, what's 9, but then how many times are you going to use that? And I think sun cream now is also in products, so it's in your moisturizer, it could be in your foundation, and you're just it's crazy the more you think about it. Not to put fear in anybody. You don't want to be out like not buying anything ever again. But I think if you can reduce your toxic overload, then that's like a tick, tick, tick. And that's products, nutrition, food, can be anything, household products. The list can go on and on. It can be people, who you're spending your time with. If you're spending your time with toxic people, then you need to limit that and just be aware of everything, really.
You're so right on that. Whether anything that impacts your environment, physically or
Yeah,
emotionally, it's about, and again, it's not about being perfect. It's about once you're aware of these things, it's like, how can I make my life better? What steps can I take? Because there's things that are out of our control in the environment, but then there's the things in our immediate control in our environment, whether it's the things we put on our skin, the products we use at home, the people we interact with,
yeah,
the food we eat, all those things
yeah.
have an impact. So I really appreciate you sharing this perspective
That's
because I'm
okay.
learning a lot in our
Yeah.
conversation. So you do sell skin products that are better for our bodies. And so can you tell me a little bit more about those products?
Yeah, definitely. So there are quite a few different ranges in this brand, and so that yes, there's skincare, body care, makeup, nutrition, men's range, kids range. There's something for everybody, from toothpaste to bath salts to shampoo. So there's lots of different things, but I suppose what stood out to me was that, well, what I find is people are a lot more savvy in companies and brands that they are deciding to go with. So it's not just about making profit, and you don't want to support companies. Well, I personally don't. I don't, obviously it's personal choice. That is just wanting to make profit. So with these products and with these ranges that I'm working with, they have over 2,000 banned ingredients. So the company is a B Corp, and that is massive, because it means that we put people, planet, and profit all on the same level. And it means that we want to make positive changes to the environment. We've got our own recycling program. We have our own charitable foundation. So we work with strategic partners and charities in the countries that we're in. We've got our own scientifically board of directors, so they are actively redeveloping the products to the best that they can be. So we've mentioned in the ingredients. I feel like I've gone off on a bit of a tangent there, but
No, but it's good that you're explaining what that is, because I've heard the term B Corp.
yeah,
I kind of know what it means, but I'm glad
yeah.
you're taking a moment to explain that so we're all aware of what that means.
Yeah, definitely. It's basically a certification that is so difficult to get, and it means that you are held to the highest legal standards possible. So not only are we a B Corp certified, but we are vegan, cruelty-free. We are halal and kosher. We have an Informed Sports certified. And we've got over 450 products, but just going back to the ingredients, we have over 2,000 banned ingredients. So we were plant-based, they're very strict on what does or doesn't go into the products. And just to put that into perspective, in the US, there's only 11 banned ingredients in the whole of the US. In the EU, there's only 1,200 banned ingredients in the whole of the EU. So just to kind of share that, because we have over 2,000 banned ingredients just in our ranges. So it is magnificent. And I think when you are working with a brand and a company that shows care and you know, they want the best for their workers, their clients. It makes a difference. It really does. And when you are working with a consultant, they will make sure that you're not just buying the products, but you get everything possible you can to make the best changes to where you want to be. And we work with goals, you know, your goals as well. So I hope that explains a little bit.
Yeah, sure. And so what are some of your favorite products that you like to use?
So I've got a couple to just briefly show you. I would start with the ginseng energy fizz sticks. So they are the little sachets and they've got vitamin B12 in them. You add them to water and it's a drink. So some people like to have one in the morning and replace coffee. I do love my latte, you know, I'm not going to lie. I do love going out for a coffee. But come the afternoon, just before I pick up the kids, it's like, right, I need a bit of a boost here. So I will have an energy fizz stick. It does have caffeine in. However, we have got new energy fizz sticks that are caffeine free. So that's one of my favorites. And I know that I'm getting some healthy vitamins as well. And then another favorite from the nutrition would be the green synergy elixir. So I'll just show you the sachet. This again goes into water, and this is my morning drink. So I have my lemon water, then within half an hour or so, I'll have my my sachet in water, and it's got 3 products in one, basically: pre and probiotic, which is obviously great for your gut health. It's got a blend of fruits and vegetables in, and it also has a collagen builder. Now that boosts your collagen, so it's not, you're not adding collagen into your body, it's waking your own collagen up, which is amazing. And it's also great for inflammation and bone health, etc. So I'm being short and sweet with those products, but they are absolutely fantastic. And then just one more to show you is, let's have a look. I'm just going to put up to the screen. It's like a little bundle here. So you get the 5 products. And they are the Essential Beauty Bundle. So you get the Derm Result Soft Focus Veil. So this product is like, have you ever used like a CC or BB cream before? So it's like, I don't know whether you might know it as something else. It's like a foundation, but a lot less density.
Okay. Okay.
So that's similar to this. So it's literally like a very, very thin coat. So you can, and it's just, you know, it's your skin tone. I don't know if you can see that little bit there.
Yeah, so it's like a light foundation, but like not, that's like lighter.
Yes, it's got gorgeous shimmer. And it's got SPF 13 as well, which some people think, well, you know, it's coming winter time, rain and snow and all sorts, but it's still nice to protect your face and your skin. So that bundle is gorgeous. You have a mascara with it, which is top 10 in the world, voted by Forbes magazine. You get your lip gloss and an eye pencil, and also a gorgeous glow-on bronzer. So I could go on forever, absolutely forever, Jennifer, talking about these products, but I would say they are my favorites.
Well, I appreciate you sharing those, because yeah, it's important to have some healthy habits for your inside. Gut health is another topic
Exactly.
that is very important. That's been coming out more in the past 10 years. What we put in our bodies impacts the outside, and what I'm learning from you is what we put on the outside of our bodies also impacts the inside. So I appreciate, and it's nice to know that there's this bundle, because it sounds like a great way to get started if that's something that any of you watching are interested in checking out. I really appreciate you coming here today. I know you have to go soon, but before we wrap up, what are there any resources? I know you mentioned, what was the app that you mentioned before that people can use to?
It's Think Dirty.
Think
so
Dirty.
I'm sure that there are other alternatives as well, depending on which country you're in. But that one, kind of, you scan the barcode of the product on the app, and then that would tell you the line of toxicity from 1 to 10. So that's really good. I suppose when it comes to books and podcasts and listening to things, I'm very mindful of what I do listen to, and I think a lot of people are these days. People want to grow, they want to be positive. Things have changed for the better in that sense. I think I've wrote a few down, which I'm into at the moment. There's a podcast called Inspire with Nicola, who is somebody I know is doing an amazing podcast, and she interviews people from all over the world, and they have such an influential and amazing story from how they're doing in their lives. I loved listening to things like that. Books, The Secret, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Beach Money, Get Over Your Damn Self, and something I am really looking forward to is buying Brittany's book.
I'm interested in that as well. You know what? I love to read about other people's lives.
Yeah.
Not from a place of being nosy, maybe a little bit, because I am
Maybe a little bit with Brittany.
Yeah, but I think, it's human nature.
Yes.
But I think also is we see celebrities and we don't realize that they're also human beings struggling with us, like us.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite books that I read was with Leah Remini. She talked about her life in Scientology, but just her whole life, and there was so much that I learned about her and connected with her. You see someone who's a successful person on television and movies, and you don't realize that it didn't just happen for them instantly.
Exactly.
And I think when things don't happen for us instantly, it's comforting realizing that the people who are successful, it also is a process for them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I think that's a big takeaway. Everything's a process, whether it's veganism or being a celebrity or anything you want to do. It takes time.
It does take time, and I think trusting that process as well, and just knowing that as long as you're making the right changes and the right decisions, then the universe will have you back, absolutely, and just keep going, definitely.
Absolutely. I'm going to throw one other resource I like to recommend to people is the Feel Good podcast by Kimberly Snyder. She's a health and wellness. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her. She also has a book that I bought that I haven't had a chance to read yet, but I'm looking forward to reading it. But her podcast, I haven't listened to in a while, but sometimes if I'm feeling down and I just need someone positive, it's helpful having somebody lift you up, just listening to something, or whether it's music too, that's really helpful.
Yes.
I'm going to include all your links. What's the best way for people to connect with you? And I'm also going to include everything that we discussed today in the
Okay. I would probably say Instagram. Yeah,
Okay.
Absolutely. I suppose that's an easy way for people to keep in touch as well, which is Emma B. Gibbons on Instagram, and that would be amazing. Of course, email, however easier for anybody. And we can chat further. That would be great.
Sounds great. Well, Emma, it was so nice having you. Thank you for being my first guest since I've rebranded my channel.
You are very welcome. Thank you so much for asking.
Yeah, it was so nice to meet you. I've learned a lot from our discussion. Thank you all for joining us today. I hope you learned a lot. I'm going to include all of Emma's links in the notes below this video, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now.
Bye.